Welcome to our free YouTube creator training library brought to you by the Senior Tuber community.
We're going to start optimizing our channel tonight. And that, to me, is more important than optimizing our video because we want people to find your channel. It's very important. So there are a few things we're going to do tonight. We're going to work in the settings section of your YouTube channel. And what I mean by we're going to optimize your channel, it means we're going to start from two places. And I'm going to open that up and share it with you in just a second. So if you have a channel already, you're going to go up into your upper right-hand corner and you're going to go down to your YouTube Studio section. Once you do that, you're going to see a left-hand column where you have two sections that we're going to go through to optimize your channel, and in the back part, because then we're going to work on the branding part as well. So you could go to your customization, which we'll be doing once we're done with this section, which is the settings section. And once you get these set, about 50% of your setup is complete until we do the branding. Then we start a little bit more. Okay, so the first thing on the settings left panel is your general. Really, all it is about choosing your dollar amount, how you want to get paid, and nothing else. Then you're going to go to your channel section, and the channel section has 3 tabs. Basic information are probably the most important information for your channel. And I'll give you an example of this later, but these tags are going to show up on your channel page for certain people. I promote TubeBuddy as a YouTube channel's best friend. And when you're a TubeBuddy partner or a TubeBuddy customer, you can see everybody's tags for their title, for their channels. And I'll show you what that looks like later. But what you want to do is you want to put down your tags that match your channel. Very important that you put down what people are searching for and not necessarily what you want to put down. Now, everybody wants to have the name of their channel and their name as a tag. But you want most of your tags to be what people are searching for. Are they looking for? In my case, I am a mentor and a strategist, and I help mature people start YouTube channels. If they're mature, then I definitely wanted to put baby boomer and Gen X, because if they're looking up anything like that, I want them to find me. A success for being a YouTube creator, starting a YouTube channel. Am I too old to be a YouTube tuber? So things that people might be searching for, they may or may not find me there. They may be searching for my companies. And I am Senior Tuber is a subsidiary of Thrive Anyway, which is my corporation. And I also have a podcast. So you put down some of the things that you find are important. Now, if for any reason you don't know what your tag should be, now the second tab is for advanced settings. Now, this is going to help you get out there to certain people. For instance, there's a lot of restrictions on children's channels. If your channel is not for children, then you want to go ahead and say that right here, so that you don't have to go through any kind of review or anybody to check your channel. If you are a channel for children, then you want to click here. And if you don't know, some yes, some no, then you want to check that, and you just have to respond every time you put up a new video if it is or is not for children. And then down here you have Google Ads account if you want to get paid for ads. At this point, if you're not a YouTube partner, you're not going to be making money on your YouTube account, but you could still make money at Google Ads. And you might want to check and link your account if this is pertinent for you. All right, so then you want to link, if you want this channel to be linked to any other channels, you can do that here. You can also put automatic captions in if you want to. I recommend that you do not. As of this time of this recording, I've been told that it's not as accurate as some of the other channel captions, rather, that are available out there. So for channels and for captions, actually. Now, do you have guidelines for anybody who puts anything inappropriate? If you do, then you could block anything potentially inappropriate, any words or any channels, that there is a blocking capability. And if you're interested in being a YouTube partner and you want the ads to run on your channel, then it's important whether you decide you want or don't want your advertisers to be in the same niche as you. So do I want somebody who works with other mature people? There's a good chance they're not doing exactly what I'm doing, but when they come there, they're probably going to bring me other people, or we might be able to be a joint venture of some sort. So I leave it that I want competition there. I want people to come to my channel. It may bring us both some business. But if you feel you don't want anybody to, then you definitely want to click disable. I don't want to tell you what you should do, but there's a feature on your YouTube channel where you can clip your own videos or somebody else's from somebody else's channel, depending on if they have this clicked. And what that is where you can go in and find a section of that video, and you can clip, which you just highlight what you want. Maybe it's from 2 minutes to 3 minutes. It could be anywhere from 1 second to 60 seconds. And you could clip a piece that you find pertinent. And if you like that feature where you can do it, and I'll tell you what you can do with it in a second, then it would be important for you to click this and share those clips. Those clips will eventually get saved to your channel, and you can take them down, but it will allow you to save those clips, share them with others, and other people will see some of your favorite clips. So where does that come in handy for you? Well, if you've been watching one of my videos and you see something really exciting, you don't want to send the whole video to somebody else, but you say, look where she discussed this. Then you can clip the up to 60-second clip, and it comes with a link. And the link you can send to anybody. And when they get it, all they do is click on it and they're taken to the video, but they only see that 1-minute clip. If they want to watch the rest of the video, then they can see it. But they don't have to. They just could see the part that you thought was really important. So I always like to say this. I have a client who I snuck into his podcast one day. He saw me, and while he's talking, he goes, "Oh, there's Fran, my homegirl." And I had never been called a homegirl before, and I just took that with such a compliment. So I right away clipped it and posted it. I'm finally somebody's homegirl, and it was just something fun to share. So you can use it for fun. You could use it to share some important things for teaching. And you could do it from your channel, or you can do it from somebody else's channel. All right, so let's go to feature eligibility. This is for uploaded videos, create playlists, and collaborations. You're going to enable or disable any one of these. So you go into them and you decide if you want them enabled. So it's anything from video uploads. It gives you more rights is what it is. So if you say, I want to put up videos that are more than 15 minutes, you go here and all you have to do is get your phone number verified, for instance. So this is really important for you to go into each one. It's very simple. It just says get started. And these are the things you need to do to begin. And this will tell you whether you did them or not. And then it just says enable to the ones that you've done and you've clicked. This is where you would give them permission to come onto your channel and be able to work. So you're able to choose the role by clicking on invite, and then it tells you which role you want to give them. And it tells you anywhere from manager to editor to a limited editor, and it tells you what the limitations are. Most of these, they cannot access any money, okay? But if they're going to be deleting any videos of yours, then you have to give them a manager status, because that's the only one that allow them to delete. Now, community. Community is for people who are doing lives, a YouTube live. So I'm going to be starting doing that myself. So I have my moderator in here, and you can put any standard or any kind of hidden users or any kind of direction for your moderation. You also have defaults. What do you want? Do you want comments to come in? Do you want any guidelines on your comments, holding comments until somebody looks at them first, or let them all come through? And holding potentially inappropriate information, you can do that as well. And then your channel guidelines, it tells you some of the guidelines I put, like be civil and stick to the topic and no self-promotion, whatever you want to give. And there's a list of that. They only let me put in 3, but I think you could just use a comma and separate them and add more to them. Now we're going to go to creator demographics. What you want to do is take this survey so they know what you do, so they can potentially steer people towards you and your channel. So I recommend that you go and you fill that out. If you're here as a team member, then you probably want to check with the channel owner or do it with them, for them, but let them see what the questions are. And then we have the agreements. If you are a YouTube partner, you have to view, you'll have to go in and see that you are eligible, and then you have to check off the agreements. And that will, as you can tell, I'm already done because I'm a partner, but you may not have it set up this way. You'll have to read them. And if you don't see them, it means you don't qualify as a partner yet. Then we have the upload defaults. Now, what I want to share that is really important. It has to do with that TubeBuddy account again. Upload default is another word for templates. And if you don't have TubeBuddy, you get one upload default, which is a template for how, when you upload your videos, what happens? Do they come up completely blank? Or do you have stuff that is auto-populated into the video so it saves you a lot of time? This is one of the things that I call automation. You set it and forget it, or you just add a little bit to it. Now, if you don't plan on getting TubeBuddy, or just not right now, YouTube provides one upload default. Most of us use more than that. So I have one for podcasts. I have one for interviews. I have one for testimonials. I have ones just for crazy things that I do, for teaching. So if you have that, I recommend you get TubeBuddy. There's even a free version of it. I will keep the link posted in the description so that you can try it out for free, or you can get 50% off with my link. But it is definitely a YouTuber's best friend. And I'll keep pointing it out so that you know some of the features. And eventually we're going to have TubeBuddy training. And we're going to go over the hundreds of features that they have, and that provide you a lot of assistance with your channel. So if you don't have TubeBuddy, this is what you're going to get. And if you do get it, I'll show you what that looks like in just a moment. So you put the title here, you put the description here, and we're going to be discussing descriptions when we go over videos. But when you upload the video, you bring in the upload default that pertains to the topic of that video. So if this is a podcast, I would be bringing in podcast upload default, and it would put all the information that I put here that I want in every description of a podcast. And I advise you that you don't put it on any visibility except for private. The reason you do that is because YouTube looks at your stats for the first couple of days. And if you put this on public and you're not done optimizing it, then that's a problem, because you're going to be out there. They're going to see your stats. Nobody's going to know about it because you don't have your tags and your thumbnail and everything done. So you're not going to get the same response as when you wait till you're done and then put it into public mode. So it's very important that you keep it to be an upload default as private. So if I go and I upload a video today and then I hit the podcast default, it's not going to be live while I'm making all the changes and adding in all the data. And speaking of data, this is a tag section. These tags we're going to be going over in detail when we go into the video optimization. But there are tags that you're going to want to put in almost every one of your videos. So you might as well start here. I was going to say, depending on which default it is, you might have tags. Like for my podcast, I might have the podcast name. I might put down a podcast for mature creators. And those are going to go into all my podcast defaults. So that I could put in here. And then when it gets uploaded into the video, then I put up video specific tags. So if it's a podcast about a certain person or a certain technique, or, I did how to do a family reunion on YouTube, then that kind of stuff would go in there when the upload shows up. But this here, if you put it in all the tags that you already know you want on every single one, that benefits you with YouTube. They like to see continuity. And if you're putting in new tags every single time because you're doing it about the video, they're going to wonder if you have a niche that is consistent. Because if they see that you have some consistency, they're going to share you with others, because YouTube wants you to keep people on YouTube, and you want to keep your viewers on your channel. So it really does work for you if you have tags that are consistent and people can find you. And we have TubeBuddy has an incredible tag and keyword finder that's going to make a difference, where you can see what people are searching for and how it rates, and whether you want to add it to your video or not. So down here, when we do the TubeBuddy, you have where you can bring in and create new defaults down here. All right, let's go to advanced settings. This is where you can choose your category, and there are many to choose from. Find the one that's closest to what you would say your channel is about. Most of us are here to either entertain or educate, but I wanted mine to be on people and blogs. but I could put down education as well. It depends on what you feel is the closest one for you, because you can only pick one category. And this is if you have a standard YouTube license or a Creative Commons. And that one is where people can use some of your material. And we'll have to get a whole section about that, because you'll have to know if you want people to use any of your material. Did you ever go to you can find other channels where you say, oh, I wish I could use this. I wish I could share this. Well, if it says that they have a Creative Commons license, then you probably could. And it is a little sticky with how you do that. There's you could probably even write to YouTube, and they don't give you very clear and concise guidelines on what you can and cannot use of other people, but you can use other people's material. And then you want to pick your language. And the reason why it has to be picked here is because later on, when you want to put your captions in, your captions are automatic if you go to the caption section. But if you don't have a language in, you'll wonder why it's not working, because it doesn't know what language to give you the subtitles in. And we use subtitles and captions interchangeably. So you want to see if there's anything here that you want in a different language. I have one of my clients that wants English, but they also want to be able to translate it into another language. So you'll have to do that when the video is up, or you translate from English to another language. These are the sections here. This content has never aired on television or US, which is, if you haven't aired it anywhere, chances are that's what you're going to do. If that's the major selection, click it. And if it's ever been on the air or any of these other things, then you can change it per video. But it's nice to know you don't have to change it every one if this is the most common selection. And then comments. Do you want comments on or off? And if you do want them off or anything else, you could say, don't hold back any comments. Basic hold, which is hold any possible inappropriate comments. You can be strict about it. You could hold them all. If you ever notice that you want to leave a comment somewhere and you can't, it's probably because they have it turned off. And I don't like it. So I usually keep it on the basic hold. And do you ever see somebody who has a bunch of likes on their YouTube channel, and you can see they've got 3,000 likes, and you say, that's pretty impressive. And if you don't want to show your likes, you can shut it off. But I will tell you, people like to see it. Even if it's just one, they want to see it. And it used to be if you disliked a video that you would see how many dislikes that are on there, but that doesn't happen anymore. The people who own the channel will see the dislikes, but the viewers will not, which is very nice, so that you don't have to worry about what people see. Okay, and then we're going to go to monetization. This is not monetization training. We're going to have a whole bunch of that coming up. But right now, this is just what kind of ads you want. Do you want to place the ads in the beginning, in the middle, at the end? Do you want ones that they could skip, or ones that don't skip? And I recommend, if you're a new channel, that you don't put unskippable ads, because if you don't like them, chances are somebody else isn't. But if I'm on a channel that a lot of people are craving that material or that information, like a news channel and there's some big news, they're going to have things like that, and people are going to wait for that ad to run, even though they can't skip it, because it's worth it for them. So I would just say you can plug in anything you want. If you have a meditation or anything that is quiet, do not put an ad in the middle of the meditation. That's another thing I want to recommend, because people are going to be upset when they're being woken from their REM state, right? Now we're going to go back to the options of getting all other defaults. And what that's going to look like is you're going to add a new default. So what I do is I have several defaults. One, I have a template that I learned from a class, and I have it set up as just organizational tips. Put a call to action here, put a title here, put a chapters here. And then I have others that are my reports that I put out, what the report should say on every upload. This is one of my series that I've done. We have meditations, as I said. So these are my meditations. You can see the descriptions here, the name of the title, and it's on private. And then you have your tags here. Now, what did I do here? I only have 132 tags out of a possible 500. Why is that? Because these are the ones that I want in every single meditation video, but not necessarily all of them. You want to use, if you can get 500 characters for your tags, use them. But in this case, I want to use it specific to the video. So I left only these as the default. So, you can see I've got lots of different ones, different tags, different affiliate marketing. In this group, we're going to learn how to do affiliate marketing and other kind of marketing to make money. And if you're going to do that, you could put those affiliates right there in your description with links. And that's really important if you want to start selling things. So stick around for the monetization part of this training. So what you want to do with this is you're going to go to TubeBuddy. You're going to, if you do decide to use TubeBuddy and have multiple upload defaults, I recommend that you go back to the original one that comes with YouTube for free. And you then say, okay, I am not going to use this one anymore. And you take everything out of it because whatever's in this default one is going to show up when you upload a video. So this has to come out or it's going to look exactly like whatever's in here. And last but not least, I don't put a title in because there have been times that I've uploaded several videos at a time. And when I did that, they all had the same title and it confused me. So I leave it blank, which is a reminder to me to put the right title in. And then it's not going to confuse me because I have several titles the same.
Thank you for watching our free YouTube Creator Training Library, brought to you by the Senior Tuber community.